Assalamu alaikum, dear students. How are you all? I hope you all are doing good. In today's class, we are going to learn about how to write a notice. Okay, so in this class, I am going to tell you what is a notice, why do we write a notice, and what are the points that has to be kept in mind while writing a notice. Then I will show you the format of writing a notice along with an example, inshallah. So, let us start. What is a notice, students? A notice is a written or printed announcement. It is written in order to inform a large number of people about something that has happened or is about to happen. Children, it could be anything. It could be an upcoming event, competition, lost and found notice, or just a piece of information to be delivered to the targeted audience. Okay. So the notice is an effective way to deliver information to a large group of people. We usually put up notice on display boards in school or at public places. Okay. So now what language we can use while writing a notice? Very simple. We use very simple and formal language while writing a notice. It is generally written in a formal tone and notices are factual and to the point. Okay. So now let us discuss some of the key points that has to be kept in mind while writing a notice. The first and the most important point that has to be kept in mind while writing a notice is the length of the notice. Keep in mind, students, the ideal length of notice is 50 words. So, only relevant points need to be addressed. Okay, so keep your notice short, crisp, and to the point, and try to present the notice in a proper format. Okay, the next point is repetition of any information should be avoided. Try to avoid repeating your information in the notice. Okay, do not repeat the information while writing a notice. Okay, the next point is always enclose the notice in a box. Make sure that you draw a rectangular box with a pencil and then write the notice inside that rectangular box. Clear? The next point is highlight the word notice and title. Okay, it can be either bold or underline. You should highlight these two words in the notice. First is notice, the word notice, you have to highlight this, and the title of the notice. Okay, you have to highlight these two things in the notice. Clear? The next is the title should be captivating and eye-catching. Always keep in mind that you have to keep your title very captivating and eye-catching, and the purpose for which the notice is being written should be stated clearly. Okay, focus on presentation and clarity. The next point is try to write an indirect speech or passive voice. Okay, you should avoid using the personal pronouns like I and we in the notice. That means you have to express the contents of statements, questions, or other utterances without quoting them explicitly. I hope the points are clear to you. Now, let us see the format of writing the notice. So, first you have to draw a rectangular box with a pencil, and then inside the box, you have to write the name of the organization which is issuing the notice on the top center of the page. And you should write that in capital letters. And just below the name of the organization, you have to write the address of the organization in the capital letters. Okay, and then you have to leave one line, and then you have to write the date. The format of the date is DDMMYY. Okay, after writing the date, you have to leave one line, and then you have to write the word notice on the center of the page. Okay, keep in mind that you have to write the word notice in capital letters. Then just below the notice, you have to write the headline or title of the notice. And keep in mind that you have to keep your title very captivating and eye-catching. Then comes the body of the notice. So the body of the notice should answer the 5 W's. Now, what are those 5 W's? The 5 W's are, first is what. What is the notice about? That means we have to clearly mention what has happened or what is about to happen in the notice. Okay. The next thing is who. Who the notice is addressed to. Who all are supposed to adhere to the notice should be mentioned clearly to avoid confusion. Then next is where. Where is the event taking place? So if you're writing a notice about an event, then you have to clearly mention the location of the event. Okay. Then comes the next W, that is when. When is the event going to happen? So this one is the time and date of the event or the meeting. You have to clearly mention the time and date of the event here. The next comes the fifth W, that is what to do. So here you have to give the instructions related to the notice, like whom to contact and get in touch with. Okay, I hope you all are clear with the 5 W's. That is nothing but the body of the notice. Then next you have to do the signature. Then just below the signature you have to write your complete name in capital letters, and just below the name you have to write the designation. Okay, this is the format of writing a notice. I hope it is clear to you. Now I will show you an example. Water supply will be suspended for 8 hours 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. on 29th of June for cleaning of the water tank. Write a notice in about 50 words advising the residents to store water for a day. You are Karan Kumar or Karuna Bajaj, Secretary, Janata Group Housing Society, Palam Vihar, Kurnool. Okay, so we have to write a notice for a housing society which is located in the Palam Vihar, Kurnool. So you have to assume yourself as Karan Kumar or Karuna Bajaj. You are writing a notice for the residents to store water for a day, because the water is going to be suspended for 8 hours, that is 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Students, note that everything is clearly mentioned in the question itself. So you just have to pick the data from the question and put it in the proper notice format. Okay, see, the date on which the water is going to be suspended is clearly mentioned in the question, and the timing is also mentioned in the question, and who is writing a notice is also clearly mentioned in the question, and what is the name of the organization or society is also clearly mentioned in the question, and address is also being given in the question. So everything is clearly mentioned in the question, so you just have to pick the information and put it in a proper notice format. Okay, now I'll do this for you. So first you have to draw a rectangular box with a pencil, and then you have to write the name of the society and the address in the capital letters on the center of the page. Then on the left hand side of the paper you have to write the date. So the date format is DDMMYY to 25th June 2020. And then you have to leave one line space, and then after that on the center of the page you have to write the word notice in bold and capital letters. Okay, and just below the notice you have to write the title. So as I told you, the title must be captivating and eye catching, so I have written the title here as attention. Okay, so then comes the body of the notice. So here in the body of the notice I am going to answer all the 5 W's. So let's read. This notice is to inform all the residents regarding the suspension of water supply for 8 hours. It is being done to clean the water tank. The details are as follows. Date June 29, time 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Thus, we request you to store the required amount of water beforehand to minimize the difficulty. Thank you. So students, as you can observe that I have answered all the 5 W's in the body of the notice. First, I have clearly mentioned what the notice is about. The notice is about the water suspension. Okay, then who I am addressing? I am addressing all the residents of the society, and then I have clearly mentioned the date and the timing, that when it is going to happen, And then I have also clearly mentioned that what the residents has to do to minimize the difficulty. Okay, so I have answered all the 5 W's in the body of the notice. I hope it is clear. Then after that you have to do the signature, and just below the signature you have to write the name in capital letters, and below the name you have to write your designation. Okay, I hope it is clear. So now I am going to be giving you a home assignment. You have to write your name, head girl or boy, then you have to write the school name. Your school is going to organize an inter-school debate competition on 25th of July. Write a notice to inform the students about the debate competition. Interested students have to submit their names to the head girl or boy by 15th July 2020. So now you have to assume yourself as head girl or boy of the school, and you have to inform the students about the competition, that is debate competition, which is going to happen in the school on 25th of July 2020. So now you have to also inform the students that they have to submit their names to the head girl or boy by 15th July 2020. Okay, so you have to do this home assignment, and you can submit me the responses through WhatsApp. I will be waiting for your answers, students, and I hope you have a good day ahead. See you in the next class.